Hello dear friends, I hope you're all doing well. It is a beautiful and crispy cold late November morning here in London, and I've come to a beautiful natural area a little bit further from my home where I don't go as often. I wanted to see what beautiful gifts nature had to offer on this glorious day, and there is so much beauty all around. Everywhere I look, the magic of nature is there, just waiting to be appreciated, from the bright green ivy climbing up the tree trunks to the sparkles of golden light bouncing off each leaf. The animals here are also visibly preparing for the cold, and the rose hips are a stunning bright red. The gifts of nature today are inspiring me to also think about starting to prepare some Yule gifts for my family, and also to think on how my mindset and attitude has changed over time in regards to purchasing and consuming items, and how this has improved my life in so many ways. In connection to my last video, as I began to try to live my life much more simply and sustainably a few years ago, I started by very intentionally decluttering my home and trying my best to be as minimal as I could with my belongings, and only keeping the things that truly brought me joy and happiness. However, I also learned through this process that I definitely wasn't a minimalist in the more mainstream sense of the word. There are many things in my home and my life that I need or that bring me joy day to day, and I find great value in having these things around me. As a creative person with many various hobbies and interests, and each having its own set of crafting materials, there is definitely a lot of paint, paper, clay, dried flowers, and not to mention all my herbal books and my entire home apothecary herbal cabinet full of oils and tinctures. However, these are the things that light up my soul, as well as my creativity and love for learning, and they make me who I am. The biggest change I made in the last few years is trying to live in deeper alignment with nature and the seasons, even though I live in a big city. I wanted to feel closer and to live more naturally. This deeper connection changed my mindset and my whole attitude towards spending and consumption, and trying to make more sustainable choices every time I could. And I do believe that we can all live more simply and sustainably wherever we are, and in a way that is reasonable for each of us, as I think there is no one way of living sustainably that applies equally to everyone. Very slowly, I began finding little ways of living life more simply and in connection with nature, And one thing that I started doing was trying to eat a lot more seasonally and to cook healthy, wholesome meals at home. This not only made me feel a lot more aligned with nature's rhythms, which can be very difficult to do when living in a big city, but also it began to save me a lot of money as I started buying a lot of things in bulk and preparing food from scratch, which is also much better for health. Apart from this, I now try to purchase most things secondhand if I can, and in doing this, I've been able to find so many beautiful and unique items that I now love so dearly, and they bring my home to life. I also try to support small businesses that I love, and that is important to me too. From teapots to storage jars, baskets, and now some of my favorite dresses that I own, finding items this way brings me a lot of joy, knowing that I'm giving something beautiful that I've found a second life. I also love making small things by hand, like my body products and my herbal medicines. And this saves me a lot of money, as well as also keeping me constantly learning new things and developing useful skills and knowledge. And this is so valuable to me. I think that no matter where we live, we can always try to make more mindful choices, and this in turn can bring even more beauty and magic into our everyday lives and create a state of being that is full of joy, peace, and gratitude. Thank you, dear friends, so much for watching, and I wish you a beautiful day or night. See you soon.